She is your boy DJ C-Nel, and right now you tuning in to Lords of OTown. My day-to-day work life literally goes me taking care of my daughter during the day and then going out to DJ or do whatever it is, whether it be networking or DJ at night. So I'm legitimately a night owl, you know, so unless I'm doing like a daytime event, I'm usually with my daughter.
My day-to-day work life as a DJ is, first of all, never the same. No 2 days are ever the same for me. That's something I think that I also love, being a creative person and being somebody that I just love to try new things. Like once I do one thing, I'm like, cool, what's next? Or you know what I mean, once I DJ here, like there's places and events I DJ'd for that I would have never thought I enjoyed. I just kind of looked at the check, to be honest, and I was like, cool, I'll do it. And then afterwards I was like, wow, that was really dope. I probably would have never thought that was dope had I have not done it. But my day-to-day, as far as like my radio world and everything I have going on between my gigs, pretty much I start every day. I go to the gym. Anytime I go to the gym, I spend the entire hour I'm there at the gym. I listen to anyone's new album. So whoever album dropped that week, I listen to it in my headphones. If I see in our music log that there is new music that we're playing that I'm not familiar with, or an artist that we're playing that I don't know, I listen to them so that, like I said, I can create content to talk about on my show. So as far as like a DJ goes, then when I get here in the office, I have like 2 or 3 different record pool sites that I pull from. So every day I download new music, whether it's a remix of something old, whether it's a new artist, whether it's something that somebody sent me. I kind of download, I shift through my music, and then I put it in my playlist. From there, I kind of line music up to where my mix show is going to be, because I do a mix show Wednesdays, I do a mix show on Sundays, and so I pre-record those, and I kind of create the playlist throughout the week to record for the next week, if that makes sense. And then I come in here, studio, and I spend about 2 hours recording my show. So say if I have a 4-hour show, it takes me about 2 hours to record. If I have a 5-hour show, it takes me maybe 3, give or take. I'm also the mix show coordinator here, which means that every single DJ that is featured on the show, I contact them, I coordinate their schedule, I download their mixes, I upload their mixes, I send out playlists. Every week I look at the charts, I look at what songs are trending, and then I meet with our program director, and we basically sit and discuss like what music is doing numbers, what music, you know, different demos like, and what songs should be added to our station. That's an active day for the most part. It's a lot. It's 24/7. And then on the weekends, I DJ. I'm somewhere, event, club, concert, somewhere.
As far as my job and responsibilities, what has changed is, I would say, the kind of events I'm doing now. So before it was just like nightclubs and like a lot of like hip hop nights, which genuinely comes easy to me as far as like, you know, the hip hop culture. That's what I grew up around, and so that generally became easy to me. But then when I started to start to progress more into the business, I started noticing that I'm doing more corporate events. So definitely had to go ahead and get my knowledge up as far as top 40, EDM, and and other different types of genres of music, house, because I really do it all. I DJ every single genre of music except for country and like heavy metal. So I DJ all genres of music. So that's pretty much what has changed. It's me having to educate myself on different genres of music because of the different venues that I'm doing. So not only will you see me in a nightclub, but you'll also see me at a private event like a wedding, and you'll also see me at like a corporate event, so like for Cricket Wireless or Marriott or Plaza Hotel, etc., etc. So the list goes on.
My responsibilities and job have changed. The location hasn't changed, just my role in what I do has changed. Like, I started out as an intern. I started out doing street team stuff. So working the events, basically setting up prizes, setting up tents, driving cars. During my internship, I remember you guys see like the radio station cars, like they have like wraps on them. During my internship, I legit had to wear an extra large t-shirt, and I had to take a heat gun and peel off the sticker on the promo car, right? And then, so those are like, that's like where I started from. So I started from the bottom, from street team, doing that. And now, throughout the years, it's like I don't work in the promotions department anymore. I don't work in events during the backside. It's like I'm now the talent that comes out to those events. But I mean, because it's like that's like how I started doing stuff. I still to this day it's like habit. Like I'll still go and like fix something on the table, or I'll still like no, we should run the contest like this, just because it's like that's like how I started. So I mean, like I've definitely moved up every year in like the company like that I've worked at. So I mean, where before it's like I was the one setting up the speakers for the other DJ to come DJ, it's like I'm now that DJ that comes and like the equipment is set up for me. So it's like, it's very ironic. So everything 360 has changed. I'm like on the other side of where I started.
Well, as far as like, there's not necessarily like any kind of licensing as for what I do per se. Certain venues require you to have like insurance. So therefore, if anything happens to your equipment, they're not responsible for it. And as far as the kind of music that I play, there are multiple different ways and avenues that I get music. The main one, well, two of the main ones really are just DJ City, which I pay like my subscription for every month. And then also the newmusicserver.com, which is another download station where I get my music that I get personally from 104.5 The Beat on iHeartMedia, because I'm one of their radio mix DJs, so they gave me that website for free, so unlimited download as much as I want. And that's really about it as far as like, you know, how I obtain my music, and not necessarily licensing, but some people require to have insurance, so that's about it.
How do I obtain the music that I play at gigs? There's a few ways. I mean, mainly, like I said, I pay monthly for like they're called DJ record pool sites. So if you're like an active DJ, whether you're like a club DJ, event DJ, radio DJ, you can apply to these sites, and you basically pay like, I pay like a monthly fee. I think I pay maybe like $70 a month between like the 3 sites that I have. One is called like DJ City, one is called My MP3 Pool, and then there's another one called, I think it's Franchise, that I don't use as much, but I basically, when I download music, they kind of have like charts to show you like what's trending, what the club hits are, the top most downloaded, things like that. So even if it's a song that I know for radio that I need, I download it and I just kind of listen to it. Even if I personally don't like it, I download it because it's popping. And so those are the immediate ways that I download. And then, like I said, I DJ in the club, and I mean, I'm not ashamed to say, like, a ton of DJs do this. Everybody does it. When you're at the club and you like a song, what do? You Shazam it. You look it up. You record a clip of it, and you try to figure out the name of the song later. But Shazam is like music Jesus, okay? It's like anything that you could want, you can get in Shazam. And, like, if I'm in the club and there's a song, I mean, if I don't know the DJ, I have no shame walking up and be like, what is that record? I will Shazam it. I will download it. I mean, that's probably how I get like club music. The radio stuff, like I said, comes from the pools. And then when I play concerts, like somebody hired me recently to DJ like for their show. I think it was Devin Moore's show at Back Booth. So like I said, he's an independent artist, and then he had other independent artists that were on like the show. Obviously, I don't know. Like, I didn't know all the artists, I didn't know all their music. So it's one of those things where I'm like, send me your SoundCloud, send me the top 5 streaming songs on your site. From there, it's like, send me those songs, I rip them from SoundCloud, and then I try to play that in between other mainstream music that other people listen to in order to kind of familiarize people with like an indie artist and a mainstream artist. It kind of finesses people. But like I said, it honestly depends what I'm DJing for. But that was kind of the breakdown of like where I get my stuff.
It's changed in a lot of ways. a lot of ways for the better, but it does require you to kind of, as far as DJing wise anyway, it does require you to pay attention. So for instance, there's a program that I use called, there's two programs I use, Scratch Live and Serato DJ. Scratch Live is kind of getting phased out now, and it's really kind of just going more so towards Serato DJ. But, you know, and obviously if you're a DJ, it's recommended you have a MacBook for everything. So it's like, anytime there's like an update for it, like your MacBook and stuff like that, I kind of stay away from the updates, because if I do an update, then it may not be compatible. That actually happened to me one time, and I had to DJ an event, and I updated or upgraded my MacBook version, and then it wasn't compatible with what I needed, and I went to the event and I couldn't even, like, none of my equipment would work. So like, technology changes every single day for the better. It's just really just all about just pretty much paying attention to what you're downloading and reading, and, you know, and making sure that whatever software you have that is going to make, you know, whatever your craft is better, that you pretty much just pay attention to.
1000% voice tracking, what we do here at the radio station, which is pre-recording your show, which allows you to not physically have to be in the studio for as long as the set time that your show is. So like I said, like, I'm recording a show tonight that airs from 7 p.m. to midnight. I came in from 4 to 6 today to record that show. So, I mean, the technology of not having to physically be in the studio during the time of your show, it's helpful in a sense that, like I said, if I need to go book a DJ gig or a meeting or an interview, it's like I can be flexible, or I can plan for that, which is helpful. Obviously, in like the DJ world, like, everything is digital. Everything is digital, everything is a program, everything is software. Where, like I said, when I started DJing, like, I'm 30, I started DJing, I would say, when I was like 19, 20. And when like I said, when I went to Scratch, when I went to the school, like, they teach you with vinyl records, and they teach you with a mixer, and you're gonna learn how to count in time. You're gonna learn how to count beats, how to blend, how to understand music theory, to be able to mix two vinyl records, which is how all of this started, into the other. And then from there, after you learn the fundamentals, is when they teach you, like, this is Serato, this is a digital, they call it DVS, digital vinyl system, which is really just taking your iTunes library, organizing it into, like, whatever you need the playlist for, and then it allows you to DJ with it. You know what I mean? You plug a laptop into a, you know, there's CDJs, there's turntables, there's mixers, there's controllers, there's freaking apps that you can DJ with. You know what I mean? Like, as far as, like, what you DJ with has changed completely different. Like, even going into a club, like, rarely will you go into a club and they even have a set of turntables. Like, they get a pair of CDJs. Why? Because they can invest one time in, like, a system that costs, you know, anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000, and it's pretty much self-efficient. With turntables, you have to replace the vinyls that you use for your system. You have to replace the needles, the tables. If it's not, the turntable isn't balanced, your record is going to sound, like, distorted. You know what I mean? Like, it's completely digitized. Everything is digitized. And like I said, like, with, like, everything being online, it's completely different.
As far as where I see the industry in the next 5 years, I would say it's kind of a coin toss. You know, so I can't really speak on that, where I feel as if it may be heading. But as far as myself, where I see myself in the next 5 years is that I actually want to be able to do a little bit of everything. So I want to be able to produce beats. I want to be able to, you know, be an artist, you know, DJ obviously as well, and obviously own either my own nightclub or, like, something of, like, kind of like my own business, which I technically kind of have now, but, like, a legitimate type of business. You know, whether it be maybe like a DJ company or just own my own nightclub, which is actually more so what I want to do as far as business-wise. So that's where I see myself in the next 5 years. It may take me a little longer to get there, but, you know, depending.
Oh my gosh, I never know how to answer that question. Where do I see myself in the industry in 5 years? I honestly have no idea how to answer that question. I'm a person that's like, obviously I would like to see myself just doing a bigger version of what I'm already doing. Something that I haven't done yet that I would love to do in the future is I would like to produce records. Like, I would like to be like, get my DJ Khaled on, I guess, and maybe produce a record that would be like DJ MK featuring, I don't know, Dej Loaf. You know what I'm saying? Like a record that it would be like I would have produced it, or I would have executive produced it, and then she would be on the tracks, and it would be like music that I physically put out. So I would like to put out my own music one day. That's something as a DJ I would love to do in the next 5 years. Like I said, like I love Orlando and I love the city that I'm getting to create the stuff I'm doing in, but if there was ever an opportunity to move to a bigger market, a New York, LA, Miami, and the opportunity came, the money made sense, I would definitely move to like a bigger market radio station. I would like to have a syndicated show one day, which is something that I think every personality or DJ wants to have, is more people listening, and more listening means more money, more influence, and really become like a stamp in like what I'm doing, because I've been doing it for a very long time. But when I don't ever break down goals in like a matter of like, oh, next year I want to do this, or 5 years I want to do this, because I really everything has come to me as in time, as in like God's time. Like I'm uber spiritual, so just take it for that. But on the other side of it, it's like every opportunity I've ever been given has come from doing a great job at the opportunity that was given to me like today. Like even where I'm at like right now, somebody told me 2 years ago I would have this. I was like, really? That's so dope. But it's like I really just try to do the greatest job with what opportunity I have in front of me now, because I've placed myself where I want it to be. And now it's like, you know, whatever comes, I take things as they come, to be honest with you.
There really is no hard part for me anymore, because I know what this job entails. So I can't really necessarily say there is like a hard part to it. I would say keeping up with music, because new music comes out every single day. It's so hard to keep up with it. But other than that, nothing really.
The hardest part of being in this industry is it's a lot of sacrifice of time. It's a lot of doing stuff for free. It's a lot of trying to figure out like what I'm doing with all this, because you're creating a brand, but it's like you're growing and you're developing and you're changing, and so is like your brand and your personality, and I guess like what you represent. The hardest part, I know like we discussed this a little bit, you know, it's like I am a woman that works in the music industry, and it's predominantly men, which is changing. It is changing. That is a changing factor. But as being a female, as being a woman, there is like the idea of that people, you have to continuously prove yourself. And it's not something that ever stops. It's not like, oh, like she's validated. You know what I mean? It's like you can do one thing great, but can you be great again? You know, and so it's like the bar rises every time, and it's a lot of commitment, it's a lot of time. And you know, people are gonna tell you you're whack. People are gonna be like, that girl sounded whack, or that mix was whack. And it's literally not taking what people say personal, you know, like really developing tough skin and just being able to just wake up every day and let go. They're like this meme I post sometimes that's like, give it to God and go to bed. You know what I'm saying? Because you wake up every day and you're just like, you know what? Yesterday was shit. Let me make the most out of today. And that's something that is easier said than done, but to make it and to really move past and grow, like you have to get through the shitty stuff, the being broke. You know what I mean? Like I said, like it takes a lot of money, and it takes a lot of money to continuously do it. So it's like you gotta have a side hustle to be able to support this, because nobody's gonna pay you for something that you don't know how to do in the beginning. And then there's also the idea once you get there, you have to figure out how to run it like a business and not, like I said, it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle that has a persona of you can get caught up in the party of it too, and you just have to really keep yourself in check. And sometimes that can be hard when there's always a party happening. You're working in nightlife, you know, it's easy to be that. But that definitely being disciplined used to be hard for me, but now I'm getting older, so it's like I'm honing in on that.
The greatest part of my job, I would say, just everything. I literally love what I do, and I don't feel like I go to work. So when I know I tell like, you know, my girlfriend every day, like, yeah, I gotta go to work tonight, but I don't really consider it work. It's just like a passion for me. So everything about what I do is great because of everything that, you know, it has to offer. Whether I be in front of a small crowd of like 20, 30 people or a bigger crowd of, you know, like the Amway Center, I think it was like 20,000 people, 30,000. I don't know. However many people the Amway Center can hold. So, you know, and that's just like a really amazing, exhilarating thing for me, you know. And I'm just really trying to work on now getting to traveling overseas and DJing and going on tour. So that's my next goal right now.
The greatest part is getting to meet all the people I get to meet. Two parts. Okay, so the people I work with are amazing. I work with an incredible group of people. Like, I actually was at Revolt Music Conference last month, and I heard Diddy say, if you're the hardest working person on your team, there's something wrong with your team. And I would say that each individual person that I work with works just as hard as the next person. And so it's this like, I guess like transfer of energy, where every single person is hardworking and is ambitious. So every day when you come into work, it makes you want to do better. It makes you want to do more than like the day before, because you're like, I'm surrounded by a team of people that are just getting it, and they have their own lane, and everybody's individual but still like hustling and grinding and like doing it. Another great part, I mean, that I love obviously is I get to hear a lot of new music first. I mean, it's like the inherent DJ to like, oh, it's the first one to hear that new record, you know, the new like G-Eazy and Cardi B, the ASAP record, the No Limit. Like, you know what I mean? When I first heard it, I was like, we're gonna play that. I already knew it was gonna be hot, you know? And it's like, as a DJ hearing records like 6 months ago, and then when they get added, it's like, for me, I just get excited about that stuff, because it's like, damn, like, I knew that was a hot record, and now we're playing it. You know, and like I said, meeting the artists, getting to meet people, I mean, it's very inspiring to hear people's stories. I think as a radio personality, like, you want to know people's stories, and you want to know, like, how they got to where they got, or like what inspired their album or whatever, because I think it's good information that inspires like other people for sure.
Advice: be ready to invest, especially if you're a DJ. So just to even start off to be a DJ is probably going to cost you about $3,000. That's not even joking. You know, so be prepared to invest, and know that your investment is going to go towards something great, and continuously being consistent at what you're doing, because if you invest in yourself and all the money that you're going to put into the equipment that you're going to need to actually do the job, then, you know, keep it going, or else it's just really just going to be a waste of money and a waste of your time, honestly. So just be prepared to invest. You know, it's all about investing in yourself and whatever equipment you may need, you know, just, and learning from others. You know, go to different venues. If you want to be a DJ, go to different venues. See how they DJ. See how this person DJ. See what the crowd reaction is, you know. You know, learn how to read a crowd. If you're DJing and you see like more so Spanish people in the crowd, you know, are you prepared to, you know, cater to those people? You know, if you see more, you know, Caucasians in the crowd, are you prepared to cater to them? Or if you see more black people, are you prepared to cater to them? So, you know, and just really knowing and keeping yourself up to date with what the latest and hottest trends are as far as music. So that's really all it is.
My advice for anybody that wants to be in the industry and to be a DJ is to definitely make sure it's something that you want to do. That's okay. That's kind of, I'll say that in two parts. Make sure it's something that you want to do, because you're going to do a lot of stuff for free. It's an investment financially. It's an investment that you have to have money to replace things like, you know, you guys understand audio stuff is very expensive. Microphones, DJ equipment, speakers, headphones. I mean, keeping up with it is a business. It's a business. So making sure it's something you definitely want to do. And they say that, you know, your network is your net worth. Any opportunity that you get to go do something that you love doing, take it. Whether it's paid, whether you have to travel, whether you got an Uber, whether you're like, maybe I should go, maybe I shouldn't, you definitely should go. So just make sure you have an incredible network of people. Make sure that you have a team of people, because even though this is a business of being an individual, it takes a team of people to create and bring what you do to life, if that makes sense.
So pretty much where you can find me at is tonight. I'll be at Shikai Lounge, downtown Orlando. What else I have coming up is I do have STK Orlando coming up. It's a 5-star restaurant at Disney Springs. I'll be there I'm there every second and fourth week of the month. And if you want to see about any other venues that I have coming up, you can follow me on Instagram at DJ C-Nel and Facebook at DJ C-Nel Music and Twitter at DJ C-Nel Music. You can just Google DJ C-Nel Music and pretty much all of my social media and everything about me will pop up. So yeah.
You guys can follow me on all social media platforms. All my social media, my Mixcloud, my Soundcloud, my YouTube is IAMDJMK. The next event that I have coming up is, let me see, we have the Juice High School Tour, which starts in January. It's a mobile high school event tour that we do. The official DJ for that, so I'll be going to like 20 some high schools and DJing for that entire tour. And then also I have a new party launching next year, which is called Girls Only, and it's an all girls party, all girl artists, DJs, hosts, companies, everything that's like all about girls. It's actually called Girls Only. So I have a new party launching in January that I'm super excited about. It's going to be like a monthly, every 6 week kind of vibe. And then we have some more concert shows coming up for the radio station that's also happening. It's a concert series called Beat Unplugged, which I'm excited to like staff, organize, promote, all of that. And then you guys can catch me on air every single day from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. And I also do a 12 o'clock Woman Crush Wednesday mix show. And then I also do a Beach and Bomb Mix show every Sunday.